I can literally never wash Patrick's practice. Yeah, you don't need to get that personal. The State Farm personal price line is so little to create.
What's up?
Price just for you.
Absolutely, Patrick.
There you go. That's on me. Yeah, call her quick to get a quote today. Like a good neighbor. State Farm is there.
Oh, come on, man. I just wanted the breakfast crunch wrap.
If I make an exception, I have to make an exception for everybody.
Who is everybody?
That's my manager.
Oh, people back there?
There's something quite special happening around last season's #1 new comedy, Ghosts. Folks with lots of nice things, dreaming to get watching.
Very good show.
Telling their friends.
Very good show.
And then those friends tell their friends.
Very good show.
And the next thing you know, millions creating the Ghosts. Join the friend zone.
Okay. Well, Kent's doing something else right now. How's everybody doing on this Sunday? First Sunday of October, people. I know my voice is a little funky acting. We're here every Sunday at right now 7:00 because of the time and the change and days are getting shorter, nights are getting longer, heading into that silly season, all that kind of stuff is going on. So we're gonna probably be here at 7:00 until probably next spring sometime, and we take that time off in November until the first of the year. Let me see if he's back or not. Oh. Hear me?
What up? What up? Yeah, I just had to get some last minute things, you know, out the way before you brought me on.
Yeah, I know. But crazy. I don't know if you saw one of my reels. I jacked up on. I was saying we're in fourth quarter 2023.
Okay. You trying to push them along a little faster, huh?
I don't know. I'm just being, I don't know. But yeah, I did that, so I had to kind of redo some stuff.
Yeah.
But people, we are first Sunday, October, last quarter 2022.
Fourth quarter.
Last quarter 2022. 4 quarters in the year. So, a lot has been going on this week. What is up with all these rappers dying?
Oh man, I know the Coolio one got me. I was like, man, stroke too.
That's it, a heart attack, they thought.
Oh, was it a heart attack? I thought it was a stroke. Well,
no, that's
you know, obviously not. Okay, obviously either one's not a good thing to go out on at all.
No. So, you know, that's what I heard. I don't know. And then somebody else, Lisa Torres, posted some other guy.
Mm-hmm.
But half of them cats, I knew about Coolio, but that one, I don't know nothing about.
Yeah. Dang. He made the song "You" back in the day. Yeah, I think it was "Baby It's You," and you know, it was a good summer hit for him back in the day. I think he had like 3 or 4 albums out. I can't think of his. I think it's Glenn Powell. I think that was his name. I could be wrong, but I think either Glenn Powell. No, I know it's not Glenn Jones. I think it's Glenn Powell or Joe Powell. I can't remember his name. I'm sorry about that. But I know I had Jesse Powell. Jesse Powell. That's who it was.
I don't know. You know, I wasn't type follower hip hop. It came out of the dance era.
He was strictly R&B. He wasn't a rapper or anything.
Whatever. Well, tonight, people, we're gonna talk about.
Yeah, he was a '90s R&B cat.
Oh, okay. We're gonna talk about what everybody is taught in this capitalistic system about 40-year plan. I'm talking about the JOB. Why do we keep subscribing to it? There's so much stuff out there telling us why we struggle. And the biggest number one thing is the 40-40 plan. Okay, that's what we're going to talk about today's show. Stay tuned. Oh, you know, I hear so many different things. I see so many different strategies out there too, but I don't get into a lot of different things because, you know, strategies are only based off of when people promote. They only promote stuff that works for them, basically.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
But the 40-40 plan is what everybody's tied into. What's your thoughts on that?
Well, the 40-40 plan or 30-40 plan, that plan, as most folks should know, is becoming more and more outdated as the years go on. You know, you used to hear the adage, you know, you go to school, get a job, work for between that time frame, 30 to 40 years, you're set for the rest of your life. You know, but in the some would say the late 80s, but most would say at the beginning of the 90s, that adage started to change, and it was, some would say, gradual at first, but then as time went on, instead of it being a merit-based economy, it turned over to a more service-oriented economy. And
but
with
do you
that,
think it's always been? Do you think it's been? Do you think it's ever been really a merit-based economy? I mean, when you think about it, merit
truthfully,
is usually based on
no.
fairness.
Yeah, truthfully, no.
Okay.
I've always thought it was based on performance. You know, as all companies are doing it now. You know,
I wanna-
you've
I
got
wanna
to hit
share-
a certain. Oh, go ahead.
Out here that I saw online on Facebook.
College doesn't guarantee opportunity. It doesn't even guarantee a job. Right. We have to do better than that. Right. College is sending people into debt, lifelong poverty in the form of student loans. Right. We have to prepare our children not for college, but for economic self-development, because the top 1% richest people in America never went to college. Not only did they not go to college, most of them live off of unearned income. And so while we're slaving, they're sleeping, making more money in their sleep than we do on the job.
Yeah. What's your thought on that?
He's spitting facts.
I mean,
hey, Bill Gates, Mark Zuckerberg. I don't know. I don't think Mark Zuckerberg finished college either. Sam Walton, of course, the head of Walmart, did not. I don't know if he even attended college, let alone got his degree. You know, so the proof is in the pudding.
in a capitalistic society, college has no place unless they go teach you financial Wehrenthal, and they don't. That's not the whole purpose of college. You just said we got to teach our children about finances instead of looking for a job, while the 1% make money while they sleep. You hear all these black guys. I must say this. They always talking about grind and hustle because they come from a thing that's what they had to do, but they bring that stuff into an economy that is really not necessary for that now because of leverage. Even I was talking, I watched people that we associate with, like Diane Hoffman. She says a marketer, she ain't trying to hustle. That's a muy macho talking point from men. This is why you got people like Diane Hoffman, Aaron Birch are more geared towards their own gender, because women ain't about the hustle. Women about the finesse and leverage. That's why men seem to die always talking about the hustle and grind. I ain't no way in hell I'm gonna do that. This is why this is about lifestyle, and I always profess that I want to sleep till I'm done, because I don't want to have to get up because of somebody else. That's lifestyle. That's one sort of lifestyle. What's your thought on that?
Yeah, that I'll have to admit I subscribed to that notion back in my younger days, and when I was starting out in the corporate world. But as I've learned, and as I started doing my own home-based business, you're gonna wear yourself out, literally, by trying to grind or hustle to try to keep whatever lifestyle you're trying to keep up with, or try to impress somebody who really doesn't give a damn about you for the most part.
Keep up with the Joneses.
of yeah. And instead of just using using a system, learning certain skill sets to help you leverage whatever whatever endeavor that you're into to your advantage.
Yep. And that's the problem. We don't understand leverage. There's something that people don't understand, that they gotta always make them feel like they're a man by grinding and hustling. You know, you hear people talk about that all the time.
Mm-hmm.
It's not something I want to do. Here's something else I want to share out. Let me go back here. Oh, this is. I don't know if it's gonna let me.
I'm telling you, between now and April, no later than May of next year, there's going to be the biggest housing opportunity in America in the last one.
That's not who I wanted to show. He always getting in my damn way. I don't particularly care for him. Okay, stop. We're at DM. Oh, what's going on here now? Oh, this is not what I wanted. Why does it say I might access to this? Okay, I guess I can't share this.
Ah, okay.
This is somebody people need to hear about right here.
You're gonna do it who you like or who you don't like. It has nothing to do with it. Or when they beat up on you now because they know you don't have any economics. You don't have a basis beneath you. When they drag you to shooting black folk, they're not shooting you because you're black. They're shooting you because of your social economic condition. You're powerless. They know the only thing you're gonna do, they shoot 20 blacks tomorrow. Only thing you're gonna do is go out and march. That's all you're gonna do. They know that. You have no power and wealth. You build that business community and you build factories and industries in there. And you produce wealth and money and income. And you take that wealth and money and income and you use it to benefit and lift your people. And you use it also to take the surplus capital and you go to the second floor in that 5-story building. On the second floor in that 5-story building, that's politics. That's politics. That's what your politicians are. Quit letting people mislead you about voting. Voting ain't worth a damn if you don't have an economy. Because racism is economics. Racism has nothing to do with who you like or who you don't like. It has nothing to do with it. Only when they beat up on you now because they know you don't have any economics. You don't have a basis beneath you. When they drag you to shooting black folk, they're not shooting you because you're black. They're shooting you because of your social economic condition.
This is where trying to get, especially in the black community, understand. All this is about economics, everything. I keep saying, I get tired of these Negroes talking about voting all the time. And Dr. Claude Anderson is right. Without an economic base, who gives a fuck about? They'll take your vote, but they're not gonna give you shit. Why don't we understand that? Black people, the economics of politics, there's an economics of voting. It ain't just you voting going to the polls. Like you said, they're blowing your asses away because you got no recourse. You got no economic base to support you to have a recourse. Without it, you're sitting ducks. You can talk about how black you are, where you say you come from. You can wear your dashikis and all that shit. At the end of the motherfucking day, it don't matter. They'll blow your ass away. What hell? Every damn time, what we do? We always out there marching. We was marching when Wall Street shit there, and they didn't give a fuck. Remember that?
Yeah, I do.
And we still teaching our kids to go get a job. Why? In a capitalistic society, that does not work. The capitalistic society was set up for the wealthy. The job market is set up for the poor and middle class to pay taxes. Y'all understand it? I like to hear some people out there either dispute or whatever. You getting a job is not going to, it may barely, in today's society, it barely going to keep you in your house. It's not based off of anything you do, but they get taxed. This is the crazy part about all this. You work 30 to 40 years to retire. Through that 30 to 40 years, you pay 40% of taxes, your income, every year. 40%. When you get to retire, if you do, you're retiring on 40% of your income. Why?
Right.
They're taxing you again for the income you already got taxed for. How fucking stupid is that? You don't believe me? Look it up. What's your thoughts on that, Ken?
Oh yeah, it's like most folks say, you know, they let retired folks live on a fixed income, and that's the income that you're paying yourself when you if you do make it to retirement and take out your pension. That's the pension that you're paying yourself, and you're getting taxed on it. Oh, and don't, you know, for whatever reason, if you have to borrow or borrow against that for maybe a down payment on a car, a down payment on your home, or what have you. If you're before and folks know this, if you're before the age of 59, you're gonna get taxed on that too, you know. So as that Dolly Parton song would say, it's a rich man's game, no matter what you call it.
And you mentioned
Because you
about
spend your life putting money in his wallet.
fixed income. You was always on a fixed income when you was working. That's a fixed income. You don't have no control over a raise. Guys, think about it. We say things like that.
Right?
In reality,
Right?
you've always been on a fixed income. Hourly salary is always based off fixed on what they think you're worth. So really, what good is a job?
Yeah. That's true.
40% tax. And if they give you an income, a raise, it ain't worth a shit. But when they tax you at 40%, There's something else I want some of y'all to see. This is real fucked up.
Excuse me.
An apartment at that price is $160,000. The median household income in New York City is $67,000. If an applicant doesn't meet this requirement, they need to find a guarantor who makes at least 80 times the rent to co-sign their lease.
When I first moved into this apartment, it was $1,882 a month, and I was making $65K. I was very privileged enough to afford that rent requirement, but because it wasn't 40 times that, I needed a guarantor. That is something that was both embarrassing to deal with as a 29-year-old who, with a master's degree, I proved I can make it on my own, but here is a roadblock that doesn't make sense and seems to be very classist.
Another challenge for New Yorkers is the requirement that they earn 40 times the rent when applying.
Did you share that with me once?
Yep.
To live in Manhattan, you have to make 40 times your own. Your salary has to be 40 times your rent.
Whew.
She making $65,000 a year at 1882 rent, and it still ain't enough. What does that tell you? I mean, about anything. What's your thoughts on that?
I mean, it's cut and dry. You have to have another source of income, and we're not talking about you working two jobs.
When you talking about you got to have a guarantor that has to have 80% of their income cover the rent. Why would somebody come be a roommate with you or whatever to cover 80% of the rent when you can't afford that $65,000?
Right?
I don't get that.
That's amazing. That's amazing.
That's just down out greed.
Yep.
$65,000 is not enough to live in Manhattan. Move. Shit. New York ain't all that. This is why we talking about 40-year plan ain't worth a shit, because it don't guarantee nothing. Like the first video I showed of Dr. Omar or whatever, I can't think of his last name. It don't guarantee shit. If you live in New York, at that rate, there's nobody. Most minimum income is $45,000 to $50,000. And you can't afford to live in New York at 65. That means you gotta make $165,000 a year to live in New York. That's 40% of that rent.
Right.
I don't know about y'all, but I would move. Ain't worth it. And this is why I don't have a big deal, if you go to college in a capitalistic society is telling you have to have a job, but that's done on purpose. And for that kind of purposely done to keep you compliant and broke, basically, I know one thing he said He said, black people think they're free. You know, freedom. He said there's two kinds of freedom.
Mhm.
He says there's the FREEDOM and there's the FREEDUB. Black people seem to fit in the latter because we keep doing the same thing over and over, expecting a different result.
Hmm.
I'm on black people because we're on the economic last part of the totem pole and we don't have no recourse, just like Dr. Claude Anderson said.
Yep.
So there's only two things you're going to be able to do is get into kind of learn some different skill sets out here, because the ones that you're doing now is not working. You can't continue doing the same thing, expect different results. Sorry about that. I don't know what hitting a lot of different buttons. This weekend we just got off well, we didn't. They just got off a level 1 workshop that we have in a platform that me and Kent belong to. Teaches you all the necessary things you need to survive economically in capitalistic society. First of all, I would advise y'all to join my newsletter so you get exclusive stuff I would share. Every week, that I always share on social media. Why I say that? Because social media, you can't depend on that, all information. Remember last year around this time, I guess around the time when social media shut down.
Right. Right.
So as marketers, we use another platform to keep live with our audience. You know, now I will show y'all something, and this has never happened with me since I've been on Facebook. See this? A lot of people get impressed by this. Don't mean shit. I've never had that many followers on any platform. Well, no. Twitter I do. One of the things y'all got to understand when you're doing marketing on social media, you don't depend on your audience on one platform. That's just one platform. And a lot of y'all get caught up in this 1.k followers, but if they're not engaging with you, it don't mean nothing. Or they're not buying from you, it don't mean nothing. Mark Harbert had a video talking about this very thing.
Right.
So I don't want y'all to get things twisted and thinking that because you got that. Oh, here's something I want to show you. Huh.
Ceilings as you come down towards your living spaces. Full kitchen. It's got dual everything, breakfast table, TV,
We have the movie room. There's a projector
Oh,
screen
wait
that
a minute.
comes
Can
down
you
to
see
watch
this?
an
No, you
amazing
can't.
film. Here is your form.
Okay, sorry.
I can hear, but I can't see it.
Sorry about that. Okay, let's go back. Jeez. Okay.
Heading out here,
Okay.
this is your pool and view. Here's a better view of your pool as you come down. All of this is your turfed area where you can lounge, hang out with your friends. On my left over here, you have a dock where you can park a 75-foot boat. And then looking back on the house, how beautiful is it? It doesn't get much better than this.
It don't get much better at $175,000 a month. Come on, people. That's what some houses cost on a mortgage. Okay, what I was talking about earlier.
Right.
With the followers I have here, this just happened this week, people. I'm just showing you it's not a big deal to have this. Like I said, if you don't have engagement or people buying from you, it don't mean nothing. There are people that got less than that making six figures.
Right.
So don't get things twisted by quantity and always get something done by quality. There's something else I want to share with you. Eric Ward, Network Marketing Pro.
5 years ago is not a leader necessarily today. There's an old axiom inside of our business that if you're not careful, it will apply to you. And here's the axiom. Distributors inside of a network marketing company are an asset to that company for about 5 years, and then they become an expense. After 5 years, they put it on cruise control. After 5 years, they stop building. After 5 years, they're just going through the motions. Let me give you the definition of leadership, in my opinion, inside of network marketing. True leadership. Now, rank is not a leader. Income is not a leader. Somebody who did something 5 years ago is not a leader necessarily today. There's an old axiom inside of our business.
Wow, everybody in Amway need to hear this. Because some of these people, because they got labels, leadership, making money, they always promoting them as leaders. And that's in anything. Maybe this is what happened with us, with our distributorship. Become an expense.
Right.
I mean, I don't know. But people, you hear that? Leadership, that it's like what have you done for me lately? I mean, that's what it's saying.
Yeah, right.
All that shit that you done now don't mean nothing. What are you continuously doing? Just like your job. They may not keep 40 years. Their whole attitude is that, what have you done for me lately? So all that kind of attitude, not in just network marketing, but it's in the job, corporate America, corporate plantation, whatever you want to call it.
Mm-hmm.
That's the attitude, people. And that's what you're going to have to start watching out for. And quit getting comfortable in your jobs, because there's no such thing as job security as everybody wants to keep.
Definitely.
Yep. So, who you think spotlight the week this week, man?
Oh, in my opinion, it's obviously the hurricane in Florida and affected some parts of South Carolina. I think that was the main spotlight this week.
I know this girl that used to go to Sanibel Island all the time. That bridge, that causeway,
Mm-hmm.
gone.
Yep.
You know, people. I don't understand people staying when they're talking about it's getting ready to hit at some odd 100-mile-an-hour winds and stuff. I don't get it. Why would you stay? That's like we talked about earlier. It's like keep doing something and getting this different result. This shit happen every year. Why would you stay? And I thought about moving to Florida at one time.
Mm-hmm.
I got relatives down there, but not with the what's going on down there now, like that.
Right.
You spend more money rebuilding than you do enjoying living down there.
Mm-hmm.
Have you been down there?
Well, you know me and hot weather anyway, or muggy weather. So no, I have never been to Florida, and well, I like to visit, sure, but it wouldn't. It's not on my immediate bucket list. Let's just say that.
Well, ain't nothing going on to visit, like you said.
Yeah.
So, but I don't know.
Yeah, my grandmother used to say a good run is better than a bad stand any day, and I just think, when folks get those warnings, and I get it, it's your home, but even then, things can be replaced. If you're, if you're one of those unfortunate persons that got stuck on one of those islands when their bridges were blown out, oh my gosh, oh man.
It just doesn't make any sense to keep doing that, knowing that those are the chances are happening, and then your luck run out.
Right, because you're always going to be second best to Mother Nature. Always.
And you can't get off on an island unless it's a boat or a helicopter.
Right.
That makes sense to me. Now the Carolinas, they depend on where you live at. If you're more inland, you don't have to worry about it. But when you're on like Charleston, some of them other places.
Yeah, Myrtle Beach. Oh man. Yeah.
Oh, and they still out of power. Puerto Rico. What happened to them?
Yes.
And they ain't got over the first other one.
Right.
See, these are the kind of things you gotta look at. And having money don't solve that because you don't control Mother Nature.
Right.
See. So with all that, I don't know. So the hurricanes have the spotlight for the week, but they're gonna have the spotlight up until the end of November.
I think so. I
hope there ain't gonna be no more like that, but I mean, you know what I mean.
Yes. I'm surprised because usually they start in late June, and this was the first, besides Fiona that hit Puerto Rico the week before. That was the first one they've had. Hopefully there's no more, but we'll see.
Well, what was that? They hit New Jersey and New York in 2012.
That was Sandy.
And that hit around, I guess, this time or maybe a little later. I don't know. But I don't know, man. It's just I wouldn't want to keep trying to rebuild. After a while.
That you would I think you would get tired of that.
But after a while, your insurance will drop you.
Yep.
Yeah. So I don't know, people. What are your thoughts on this? You could leave us some comments on Facebook or wherever you're watching this from.
Mm-hmm.
Because we like the engagement also.
Oh yeah. Speaking of engagement, after our broadcast, I wanted to let you know what, but I have to see what her schedule is like. But I wanted to bring on a guest. In the not too distant future. Especially of course before we do our hiatus. And I'll send you some information, about her. But just wanted to, give you the heads up because I'll be reaching out to her, seeing when her Sundays are free, or when her Sundays are free for her to come on our show. But I wanted to give you let you know, of course, as well, so we can arrange accordingly.
Who is she?
Oh, her name. Well, actually, full disclosure, I call her my little sis because my grandmother babysat for when her mom took her when her mom had to go to work. She dropped her off at my grandmother's house. So she used to work in insurance, but she's struck out on her own, doing her own business. And I have to send you some her business card that she sent me a couple of days ago, and let you know what's up. But yeah, she started her own business. I believe it was last year or earlier this year. I'll have to confirm that information with her. But yeah. And I just want to, give her a shout out and get her insights on going from the corporate world to a business of her own now.
Oh, okay. All right.
Yep.
Well, let me know.
Teresa James is her name. Yeah.
Has she seen our show?
She's heard about it. I don't think she's seen it, but I will ask if she's caught any of our episodes.
Okay. Well,
Yes,
let
sir.
me know.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we're heading into a silly season of 2022. October.
The fourth quarter.
Yep, last quarter of the year, people. It's all up to you what you want to do. You know. And we can lead you, but we can't make you drink. I ain't gonna try to.
That's the truth. That's the truth.
You know, so what is going on here? All right. Well, we're about done with the show tonight. Glad y'all could join us.
Yep, we are here. As Greg said, we are here every Sunday, just giving you our take on things, and folks, we're not talking about things that we've heard or things that we just came through by happenstance. These are some of our life experiences and things that we've gone through, and we just feel that of all the things that we've gone through, your best bet is to invest in yourself, learn some skill sets, and to model and to leverage those skill sets with your business that you have, or if you're looking to start your own home-based business, acquire those skill sets so you can leverage them to your advantage.
Yeah. Because like I said, most of y'all know, 40-year plan ain't working. It ain't working. It ain't gonna be working.
Indeed.
So, y'all need to understand that that's not a plan to keep subscribing to and think it's going to change. What is going on here? All right. Everybody I know, like, I got to go to work tomorrow. I'm trying to see something. I've been having problems with my video accounts. I don't know what's going on. What was I going to say? Oh, I got to meet that mule tomorrow. Don't let the mule have your obituary before your job, before your obituary if you drop dead. Doesn't matter. It doesn't make sense. Doesn't make sense. With that being said, my name is Greg Smith. What's going on here?
I'm Kent Robertson.
And we'll see you next week, 7 o'clock, with different topics. Take care.